So this friend I made in university and I were once close, until she got engaged 2 years ago and cut off all her single friends 'cause she's too good for single friends and can only now have engaged or married friends. I haven't spoken to her in 2 years since that and have since gotten over it. I get an email today that I thought was spam. Turns out it was a wedding invitation, not personally from her, but from her coordinator inviting me to their wedding. At the bottom of the invite was a bill for $400 to pay for the venue plus $150 for the meal. I know this varies around the world, but where I live the bride and groom or their family pays for the venue and food. Not random people you don't talk to. A total 20 people were invited. You could see all the emails in the sent to bar. So I guess she's only inviting me to help pay some cost. I would never have the balls to do that to someone, especially after telling them we can't be friends anymore. And no, I'm not the kind of friend that parties or drinks, mind you. She cut off any friend that wasn't engaged or married. I now know what they mean when they say weddings bring out the worst in people. After I declined the invite, the bride messaged me asking why I declined. I just said it's impossible to finance that. She didn't say anything. I spoke to a mutual friend who is not going but was told about the mandatory payment prior to the invitations went out. Turns out I was the last resort for her, as she really needed people to come to the wedding because the venue gives her a discount if the quantity of people reaches a certain amount. I guess she thought I'd forget about her reasoning for cutting off her fiends, but I did not. As for everyone wondering who the fiancé is, no one has met him, not even that mutual friend, but he was in charge of a club at our university, and I've heard he's kind of a dick. I hope she realizes that you can't just cut friends off and send them an invite asking money years later. But she wanted to try her luck. The groom has a lot of friends, so I think his friends overshadow hers and she just wants someone there for her. But no, you cannot harvest and bear fruits from a tree you never watered. So my friend Dana, 29 female, was supposed to be getting married this past Sunday. The wedding got cancelled and things had gotten very crazy. Dana was getting married to Josh, 32 male. She's still in college with me and asked a few friends from college, myself included, to be a part of her bridal party. Now, from the start, this wedding has been a disaster. I'm going to point out a few crazy things we dealt with. She refused to invite my best friend, who she's supposedly good friends with, because she thinks we're lesbian lovers. We're not. She had us go to the dress fitting and then demanded each of us pay $2,000 for our dresses. She wanted a specific style. I can afford it, but I won't buy a $2,000 dress for one event, and some of the girls in the bridal party don't have that flexibility with money. The groom Josh couldn't invite any single females that were not blood relatives. One of the girls in the bridal party doesn't drink because of her religion. Dana accused her of being pregnant in front of her parents and almost got her kicked out of her house. She was not pregnant and she dropped from the bridal party. We found out about it on the day of the wedding. She tried to make us cancel our holidays with our families to instead go with her to a destination bachelorette party. I work full-time even during holidays, so I told her that was not happening. More of the bridesmaids said similar things and she dropped it. That's just some of the countless drama before the wedding day. Now the meat of the story comes on the wedding day. The day started horrible. Dana was having a meltdown because apparently the flower girl had to cancel because she has chickenpox. She was threatening to sue the mother unless she brought this sick 3-year-old to the wedding. Josh apparently was able to calm her down from this outburst. The whole day she had constant outbursts. She made people cry, including the wedding staff and bridesmaids. The maid of honor deserves a medal for the amount of diplomacy and bullshit control she had to do. I for the most part took the easy route and decided to work outside the bridal suit, like checking flowers and making sure food was okay. Basically any excuse not to be around the bride. Eventually I had my makeup and hair done, then the bride asked for a little bit of time alone to decompress from the stress. We didn't even fight it. You could not see a group of women run faster away. The wedding was starting in 30 minutes, so we figured she would be fine alone till then. I spent those 30 minutes just sitting in the chapel with my phone. It had to be about 5 minutes before the start of the wedding when maid of honor came over to tell me the wedding was cancelled. I asked her what happened. She said that Dana was having a quickie with Josh's uncle in the room and he caught them red-handed. I just stared at her with my mouth pretty much about to reach the floor. She told me to run and that she was trying to get as many people out before things exploded. So I quickly got my purse, gathered the 2 bridesmaids that were carpooling with me, and we left like the devil was after us. That night I called the maid of honor to check what happened, and the tea was bad. Apparently and rightfully, Josh called off the wedding, called her a few names, told off his uncle, and has since left with his mates to, I hope, have the biggest single-man party ever. I feel so bad for him. He's an absolute gem of a man. He apparently also told Dana and her parents that she will be paying the cancellation fees. Apparently Dana's father told her in front of everyone that she was paying it on her own. I thought that was the end of it. I made the choice to separate myself from this mess, until I got a call from Dana, not even an hour ago, demanding $5,000 to help pay her cancellation fees. According to Dana, it was our duty as the bridesmaids to pay her cancellation fees. I obviously told her no, and that she might as well lose my number. I am never speaking to this woman again. This has been pretty much the reaction of all bridesmaids and the maid of honor. By the way, the maid of honor is Josh's older sister. Here's an update of the aftermath. I finally got permission from Josh to share it. Going to start by saying he's doing much better. He's moved out to a new place away from Dana and has some of his mates as roommates. He also cut contact with his uncle, as did most of his family. He's put a pause on dating for some time, considering Dana was his first and only girlfriend for years. So he needs time to heal. Dana has tried to move in with one of our friends without telling her, by appearing at 10 p.m. at night and saying, "You can't send me away this late at night." Didn't work. Don't know where she's living, but I can say for sure she's absolutely without any doubt screwed. She has 4 lawsuits. One from Josh for obvious reasons, one from his sister for the dresses she bought, one from the bridesmaid she accused of being pregnant, and one from Josh's uncle, since apparently Dana used his credit card when she apparently moved in with him after the failed wedding. So yeah, she basically threw away her life and has no support. I saw Dana's parents few days ago and they haven't had any contact with her since the wedding. They are actually moving with their other daughter to another state. As for Josh's sister, we've been hanging out for a while. She has actually become super tight with my friends and I. We're even planning a trip sometime next year with her and her 7-year-old kid to Disney.